it kind of moves towards this feud, which is so memorable and so brilliant for its time, which was this run that he had with Daniel Bryan. And this was all kind of going alongside everything that was leading up to WrestleMania 30. So the Yes movement was bubbling along. Daniel Bryan had very swiftly lost the WWE title after winning it over from John Cena at SummerSlam 2013. He ends up joining the Wyatt family in January 2014, and they have a match at the Royal Rumble. If memory serves, Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. Everyone is then expecting Daniel Bryan to appear in the Royal Rumble later that night because we know he's in the building, he's participated. It's pretty standard for people in opening matches to appear in a Rumble. And the moment when Daniel Bryan doesn't appear in the Rumble is the moment really when the Yes movement, everything changes because the anger and the vitriol, I think it was poor Rey Mysterio that had it hurled at him. But when people realised there was no Daniel
heel
Bryan.
Of the night, Rey Mysterio never got that many boos in his life, I think.
Poor guy. Yeah, so that's what really catapults it. But Bray plays such an important role. We've talked about obviously Kane helping Bray Wyatt to legitimize him as soon as he arrives on Raw. This feud is perfect in terms of what Daniel Bryan needs to be seen in the next level because he's obviously got to make time. Whether this was the plan or not has always been up for debate, but there's a long gap between SummerSlam and WrestleMania in terms of the story arc if what you're working towards is a payoff of a world title. You need something in the middle. And what this does for months is keep Daniel Bryan very, very occupied as a real underdog. And we're just desperate, aren't we, to see him come out from under this grip of, this cult-like grip of Bray Wyatt. And when that finally happens and he turns on Bray in this steel cage match on Raw, it was unforgettable pop.
Yeah. I liked Daniel Bryan as part of the Wyatt family, just like the way he looked and in his overalls and the hair and the beard he had. I thought he was a great fit in the thing. I was even hoping like they give him and Bray as like a tag team run or something like that, and then break them up. But it was a great way he turned on because we knew. Come on, Bryan. Come on. You gotta turn on this guy. You gotta break the shackles of the Wyatt family. And when he did in that cage match, great pop. And then what an amazing match then they had at Royal Rumble. I mean, sadly, Bryan lost. But what an amazing match and what an amazing, sort of a rivalry that was. That was much enjoyable.
And again, talking about timing, like you just wonder, like, obviously, Daniel Bryan's... We're going all over the place with the timeline. You have to forgive us.
Yeah, we are. We're so excited.
But Daniel Bryan wins the world title at WrestleMania 30. His first feud is Kane. Immediately after that, or during that, he gets injured and has to vacate the title. You have to believe that, given their storyline just a handful of months earlier, a Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan world title run, world title series, felt like it would have made a lot of sense in the summer of 2014 had things been different.
Definitely, they could definitely revisit that because Bray was on such a roll from like sort of the previous year going into Royal Rumble and then going into WrestleMania, which we will briefly talk about the feud he had. But that would have been great. Depends on the result of WrestleMania because it didn't go well for Bray. So who knows if he would have been challenging Daniel Bryan, but again, it would have been great to then someone from his past come in, and that could have been the time maybe Bray capturing the title from Daniel Bryan.